Money day, everyone. You're here with your host, Pastor Pips, and I'm bringing you this week's market outlook. Of course, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, remember to check out www.litcapital.co.uk and check out our page. Now, as we always do, let's head straight over to the calendar. So first things first, this week, the outlook is slightly late, but that's a-okay. We do have a few high impact news there, mainly specifically to do with the euro. Now, in terms of today, we did have some pound PMI news. We'll also have some PMI news for the dollar coming out later. We do have GDP and also Governor Bailey speaking on Wednesday with some treasury hearings for the pound. We have some major CAD interest rate decisions and also PMI to look out for. Now, Thursday, we do have GDP, deposit facility rate. We have GDP for the yen. We do have deposit rate for the euro, interest rate decision for the euro, monetary policy for the euro. We also have Fed Jerome Powell speaking. Also, a lot of high impact news, especially looking at Wednesday onwards. So it's probably for the best for you to find out your entries prior to those news releases so that, of course, you don't get completely wiped out. Lastly, but not least, Friday, we do have employment change for the CAD. Now, let's move over to the chart. First things first, I'm going to start off with the DXY. Now, in terms of what we have been seeing from the dollar currency index, it's just been bullish. There's nothing else to it. There's no fancy schmancy stuff to it, guys. It's just been bullish. Now, of course, when we do come lower, because we do have a bit of a tight range, however, it's still a bullish tight range here. Price, I wouldn't be surprised if price continues to push up higher. I do suspect these equal highs to get taken here. And of course, for anything that is dollar paired, so anything XXX USD, it should continue coming down lower. Now, let's move on to the last two pairs for today, or for this week, shall I say. So the stock market has not been doing very well recently. We did have a lot of down days, especially towards the end of last week. However, when we do come to the weekly, I do get rid of all my drawing tools there, we can see that the S&P has in fact pulled back on the weekly following our break of structure right there. Now, realistically, in terms of looking at where we've actually filled, if I do come down to the weekly, we have actually filled this imbalance to the T. Now, I wouldn't be surprised on the weekly, on the higher time frame, if we do get some sort of a push up. However, I don't really see the stock market recovering in the long term. I do see this coming down lower. However, it's in a place or a position or a price point where price can actually push up higher. Maybe we could potentially come back and revisit this daily area before we potentially bust the low. However, we are in key areas where price may want to potentially push up higher. Now, coming to the 4-hour, we have been very bearish, of course. Price pulling back, pulling lower. We took out the liquidity above, we pushed lower. Now, realistically, I do see this coming down one more time, guys. It's a little bit tricky to say, as I've said earlier. However, I do reckon we could potentially get some more sells because structure has not been broken. Structure has not changed. 4 hours still clearly bearish. So we may potentially fill the 4-hour imbalance for price to potentially come down lower. We do have the Fed speaking and, other impact news. So we'll just have to see how the market plays out. Now, also moving forward to the NAS, similar picture. We have actually come into a key level where price can and may potentially look to push up higher. However, I would not be surprised if we continue to sell off. We do have some more liquidity. However, we have hit some lit candles inside of this area where price may want to actually start to push up higher. So yeah, definitely a day to potentially chill and be on the sidelines and have a look, especially towards yesterday. We didn't really get any sort of volume in the market. We kind of just chilled inside of this range. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the market reacts today. Now, guys, make sure you are keeping calm when you are trading. And also, guys, don't forget to check out www.litcapital.co.uk. And with that being said, the vibes is lit side. And remember, every day is money day. Peace.